What's going on, everybody? My beautiful soul family. What is going on, guys? I'm back, and we're gonna talk about something that I am starting to find so important to be maintaining. And before we jump into what it is that we should be maintaining every single day, let's read an affirmation from our affirmation wall, because that's something I want to be starting in every video so we can kick off each video with a nice little affirmation, you know, get us feeling right, happy, positive, whatever that affirmation is going to bring for us. So let's get it. Which one are we going to choose? I'm just gonna pick like a random one, so let's go with this one. I'm feeling this one. What's this one? Look at this. I believe in myself to the fullest. I like that. I like that one. I believe in myself to the fullest. Now that we believe in ourselves to the fullest, so that we have the full capability to do whatever it is that our minds are dreaming of, are wanting to do, to be. Let's talk about what it is that is so important to keep maintaining every single day. Okay, and that, ladies and gentlemen, that is to maintain the self-care that you have. So, if you have things that you know that you do in your everyday life, or just say that you know that you do that make you feel good on the inside, not just make you feel good because you have something, like you receive something, or like any materialistic want or item or anything like that, but doing things that make you feel good, that bring you that happiness inside, that bring you that calmness, that peace, that centeredness, that groundedness, those things. What I do every day is that I have 3 things that I want to be achieving every single day, because I know how good they make me feel once I'm in it, once I'm done, okay? And those 3 things are meditating, yoga, and journaling. So those 3 things for me are extremely important for me to maintain, and that is because I have been noticing that I've been falling off. I've been falling off recently on those things. I haven't been implementing them into my everyday life. I have just been waking up, you know, and doing the other things that I do in my life. Go to work, you know, come home, eat dinner, watch a little show, and then go to bed. Like, that's what has been summing up my life recently. And the difference that I was feeling from that, it was taking such a toll on me, because I wasn't putting into myself anymore. I was just focusing on the outside. I wasn't bringing that love into myself. I wasn't working on myself. I wasn't bringing that peace and that calmness and that oneness into myself anymore that I was doing before that. So that's something that I notice and have been noticing. I've been noticing how I feel, and it's so easy to become disconnected with yourself and with the universe and everything around you when you don't keep those spiritual practices. Before we even continue anymore, I want to also explain how I see spiritual, because I know there might be a lot of like different misconceptions and ideas and opinions around that word. This is how I I view the word spiritual, okay? I view the word as you are connecting with your soul, because I believe that we all have a soul. Back to what I was saying. It's so important to maintain those spiritual practices that you have implemented into your life that bring you all of those things, that true happiness, that true calmness, the peace, the bliss, the centeredness, the alignment, the grounding, the consciousness. It's so important to keep up with those because of how easily it is for us to become distracted and disconnected from ourselves. It's literally so easy. Like, if I don't implement these things that I do into my everyday life, I'm not going to feel connected to myself. I'm not going to feel centered. I'm not going to feel grounded. My consciousness is not going to be expanded. It's going to be very narrow, kind of like there's two big brick walls, like, and it's just very slanted. It's just sees one way. My heart's going to be closed off. Like, there's so many things that I know now how I will feel if I don't keep up with my self-care. You know, I read this quote from one of my apps, and it said, fall in love with taking care of your mind, body, and soul. Fall in love with taking care of yourself. You gotta take care of yourself, because if you don't, then you'll start to see yourself slowly declining. You'll notice it if you keep it up for a long period of time. Or even a short period of time, you'll notice it. And it's so important to maintain it because of how easily distracted and disconnected from ourselves and from the world we can become. It's so easy. And it's like, once you're disconnected, it's like your discipline can be gone. You wanting to do this, to do that. Your motivation can be gone. Maybe your activity levels can be decreased. You find yourself just scrolling and watching videos or movies hours on end on your phone, just flying through your days, morning to night. It's just something that you seriously, we all, I need to, and you need to seriously start to pay attention and be so disciplined with that. And I'm not even saying like keep up with this so that you can get this result. Yeah, that's gonna be your result. But also, like, do this because you're enjoying this. Like, do this because you want to give back to yourself. Do this because this is what is going to make you happy, make you feel good, and make you feel energized. You know, and as I was going along this realization period with taking care of myself, when I was getting back into the things that I was doing, such as meditating, breathing with intention throughout the day, I would ask myself, why? Why am I doing this? What is this doing for me? And then I was just coming up with all of these things. It connects me back to myself. It connects me with the universe. It allows me to feel. Because if I don't do these things and connect back with myself every single day, I literally start to feel numb. That's how I would live my entire life before I got into this spirituality, these practices. That's how I was living my life. So disconnected, I was numb. I was numb to feeling. I was suppressing my feelings so deep, so hard, just so I wouldn't be vulnerable. So when I was stating all these different things back to myself, I was like, I can feel I'm connected. I feel grounded. I feel good because I'm moving. I'm literally just moving this energy, this life force energy called air throughout my body. I'm filling my body up. I'm not just taking short little breaths. It just feels so good. My consciousness is expanded. So many things. So I really like solidified a lot of things to myself when I was asking myself, why am I doing this right now? Is this something that I actually want to be doing? Or is this something that I'm telling myself that I have to do? And then once I created this whole list of things, I was like, wow, look at everything that this does for me. For me to not want to do this every day. And I feel like there's a big importance around wanting to do this for yourself. You have to want to give into yourself. You have to love yourself so much that you want to nourish yourself and give to yourself. Because I used to be blinded by this thought of like, I gotta do this because I know that it'll feel good. But it was more of I got to instead of I want to or I get to. Now that I'm noticing this disconnected feeling and I'm seeing the version of me that doesn't do any of these practices compared to the version of me that does, I'm really like integrating each moment to moment of the goodness that I feel, the presence that I feel once I do these things. And it really is, it's implementing this want and integrating it inside of me, this want to keep up with this because of how good I feel, because of how unbothered I am to things that would literally bother me so much in the self where I wasn't taking care of myself, I wasn't giving to myself. But in this self, I am untouched, I am unbothered. Nothing will irritate me, make me mad, make me upset. I accept everything as it comes. Like, there's so much that make this so important to maintain. So if you do have any practices, or if you want to start any practices, please do. Please start them. Keep up with them. Find the want to keep up with them. Notice how you feel with and without them. Notice the difference of the two versions of yourself, and then you choose which one you want to live in. So yeah, I hope this message reached you, maybe inspired you, motivated you to get back on the saddle and keep pushing. I believe in myself to the fullest. Repeat that to yourself over and over and over again until you're present with each word, until you're connecting and you're feeling each word, until you're believing it. Everything's vibration and energy. Once you know that, then you're able to work with it, you're able to shift it, you're able to get to experience it. It's literally so lit. So I hope every single one of you guys are doing amazing. I hope you're continuing your lives with gratitude for all of the blessings that you have. And I hope, you're staying positive, you're staying resilient, patient, full of love. That's a big one. I love you guys, and until next time.